In this video, we are going to work with our beam system. So we are going to create guider beam, we are going to create joist beam, and it's going to be a very easy process. For starting, we need to go to the level S2, and after that, we need to create our beam. Since we already have the beam like the concrete one which we enter my combined foundation, we can just go to edit type, duplicate it, and change the dimension um, to 30 centimeter and 40 centimeter. But I already created mine, my guider beam, the name and the dimension, and I use the same beam. The next step for me is to go here and start drafting on trim, on grid, and finish. Probably Revit will tell me you cannot see your beam from here, but it didn't say that. We are going to check our beam here. So these are our beam which we created. I think 40 is not enough. 50 looks better. After that, the next step is to create our joist beam. We will go to level S1 again, and we are going to structure and beam system. If this error happened for you by opening your beam system and then without even having an option to choose between your automatic and your sketching, it means that you are not in a right level. You need to go to the level S2, open your beam system, because we are going to have two beam system drafting situation. First is automatic base system, beam system, and the other one is the sketch beam system. Now we can use beam system automatic because a sketch is the type which you need to draw and draft your line by yourself, and it's going to create the beam joist there. But now we can create it by beam system automatic. So we need to change the dimension from our beam guider to make it smaller, and we need to do this creation of our object here in beam, because when you are going to beam system, you do not have access to, for example, change or duplicate your beam, for example, change the dimension here. So because of that, we need to go to the beam structure, beam, and here beam guider, we are going to duplicate it, my joist beam. See, I'm already did my editation, and we will change it to my joist beam, and then we are going to create the dimension. So for this project, I'm going to work 40 because I already make the 40 centimeter here, and 20 centimeter for the horizontal. Then we are going to click OK, and after that we are going to architecture, structure, and then we are going to beam system. For choosing your type, you cannot choose it from properties. You need to choose it from here, base type, my joist beam, and the other if you have. Then we are going to use here justification. It's usually it doesn't matter now, and we are going to use layout rules, which is important. Different layout like a clear spacing, fixed distance, fixed number. Fixed distance will give you the distance, and you can choose, for example, here you can put your value and you can create your beam system. But right now we are going to work with a fixed number. For example, 6 is a lot, we are going to create by 4, or even we can just go for 3, because as you see we do not have so many space, so we are going to create it by number 3, and everything looks all right. We don't need to change any setting, and we are going to start to doing the drafting operation. But one note, we shouldn't draft our beam system here because it's a staircase area. So we are going to work from this this box. We are just going to create it by clicking, and I think we need to change our beam system to make it thicker. Edit type, and we need to make it 40 by 40 maybe. Let's see, because we don't have the exact information right now. Okay. Oh, it's a super big. So for our main beam the size is 30. We need to follow the rule by just 20 centimeter as it was. So we are going back, edit type, make it also 30 and 20, and that's all. Then we are going to a structure and beam system. We are starting drafting our beam by the number of 3, and after that we are going to just draft and drop it just by clicking in our main guider beam. And we are going to use this pattern because we usually use this pattern for our design. It's much more safer, but it depends about our project, about our design, how we are going to have these informations from the other um, structure, for example engineering and structure design files. So like this we are going to create our joist beam, and we are going to the 3D view, and we will click OK. Beam direction not specified, so let's go here. And okay, we made a mistake by coming to this space. So after that we are going to see our beam joist is created without any problem, as you will see. So the next step is to copy paste our beam joist and our beam guider. It's a very easy process. We just need to go and do one selection. For example, we can just go to choose the wireframe because it's going to make it easy to select our beam, filter, check none, structural beam system, structural framing guider, framing joist, and beam system. So we are going to click our, do we need to find, yes, then we are going to click and select those elements, and after that we are going to use copy align to selected level. For this option we need to go to modifier. It's a very useful copy paste option because we can copy in a different level. We go here, click on copy to clipboard, then paste align to selected level. So we are going to choose S3 and S4 because we already have it in S2, and then we are going to click OK. We will see this operation will be done. Then we are going to check it in our 3D view. So it seems it's finished and we did our operation, and everything looks right now clear and fine. We don't have any problem. So far we created our structure, beam, such as guider, joist, our columns, and our foundation, strip foundation, columns, beam guider, and beam joist. In the next video, we are moving to practice some visibility and graphic of our columns, how we can play around with that. And after that, we are going to work with the structural floors.